I was just going to give an introduction to Yeshiva in 2 minutes. It's okay? I'm just giving a Yeshiva introduction.
What?
I'm just introducing.
Wonderful.
The night Seder really is a tremendous chizuk. The Rosh Yeshiva doesn't really need so much of introduction. I'm just going to give actually a chizuk. How can the Rosh Yeshiva really gain any chizuk from little me? So, the Olam HaYeshiva, when they heard that the Yeshiva had a son, there's this tremendous simcha gedola. And there was definitely roy for Sheikhiyana, Tevametiv, there's interesting shaylas, do you make it, you don't make it. The truth is that the Rosh Yeshiva has not just, Baruch Hashem, a physical son, he has tremendous amount of sons, children, and already grandchildren and probably great-grandchildren. Years ago, I was writing a sefer for Ravidinsky, Shlita. And Baruch Hashem, I was able to learn by Ravidinsky for many years. And we got to, actually, it was Pashas Bamidbar. I was writing a sefer in those days, this is over 30 years ago. When you get stuck and there's no Google, and you can't, there's nothing, no internet to look up, it takes a little bit more time to find. So we were discussing the Gemara that says, Rashi brings it down, that if a person has his Melamed, Ben Chaveiroi, is Kilo Yeladoi. And Ravidinsky, I remember he was telling me, I know there's even a better source. There's even a stronger source. It's the Tosefta somewhere. Anyone know what the Tosefta is? You can probably Google very quickly, you find out. Tosefta in Hurya says, Ki'ilu Rokmoi. Uses a lashon, not just Yeladai, Ki'ilu Rokmoi, Mamisha, from nothing, just making the person into a new human being. So I want to tell the Rosh Yeshiva. I didn't learn by the Rosh Yeshiva, Taka, physically in Eretz Yisrael, I wasn't Zoiche. But when I was learning by Ravidinsky, the Geshmaket, he used to say, the Geshmaket of how to give a shir, he got from the Rosh Yeshiva. So I'm Baruch Hashem Aneinukov of the Rosh Yeshiva. And the bracha that I want to give the Rosh Yeshiva, they should be zeichet to have nachas both from the physical children and the great-grandchildren, and especially also the spiritual children and great-grandchildren. Ad bias God said to me, what I mean.
Very good. Now, let's put it this way. Let's imagine that if a Navi would come to a person and say, you know what, we've got 2 ways for you. Choose. Which one do you want? Living in this world, you want to be. Go up a bit more. It's like this. It's up here. Okay.
Better try.
No, you got it?
Sorry.
Okay. You know, we're giving you a choice. What do you want in this world? That everything should go wonderful, everything should be matzliach, there should be no problems. And the other derech is, you're going to be b'amal of kshoyim, a lot of nisyonot. Which derech would you choose? You know, it's a hard question to answer because actually, the Mekoros, there's a stirat. The Ramchal, the Silas Yishon and Perek Aleph says, calling on the Olam, bein the Tei bein the Ra, eb the Nisyonis Lodam. Ha'oinim mitzad echad, ha'oisher mitzad echad, ha'shalva mitzad echad, ha'yisurin mitzad echad. Ad shenimsis milchama elov. In every side, front and back, whichever way you turn, you're in your service. You know what happens then? Then you'll be Odom Sholim. Odom Sholim means that you can get close to Kodesh Baruch Hu. As much as a human being can get close to Kodesh Baruch Hu. You did all you could. And the Kodesh Baruch Hu says, if you've done all you could, that's all I can ask from you. There's also Gemara in the Sanhedrin was mashma like that. Shemeres Sheshol HaMelech. You know the story of the Shol HaMelech. Nosan es Michal Bitoy LeDavid HaMelech. And then afterwards, there was the Ruach Loya that came into Shol. Shebika Shol La'areg es David. He wanted to kill him. Lokach et Michal Bitoy, and he gave her to Paltiel. Paltiel learned nothing. Palti Shemoy. Why would they call him Paltiel? Actually, his name is only Palti, but why is he called Paltiel? Shepoltal Keil min ha'avera. That's why the Aleph Lam is added onto him, because he's Poltoi min ha'avera. Uma oso. Noatz cherev beinoi de beino. Amakol oise b'davar zeh. Yidoka b'cherev. He made it that as if he chas v'sholem, it would be over a beer. She's like an Ashes ish. Ukshe David Lokach es Michal b'chazorah after Shaul's death. He got with Michal b'chazorah. I think people know the whole story. Maybe the younger ones don't know it so well. Okay, well, nishka chivik. So then, what happened? Ooh. He was crying. Peltier was crying. He says, "Oh, I had such a gewaldige mitzvah that I had this nisoyan every minute, and I was imid in it." So he was crying because he lost it. But we know that every day we're mispalel. How are we mispalel? This occurs in the Gemara Brachos. Al Tzvi lidei nisoyan. Stira. What can be the answer to this stira? Big pella. So I think the answer could be like this. There are really two types of nisyonis. Number one, such a nisoyan that the person, it's a nisoyan, it's hard, but he can manage it. Manage it. Right? But there's another sort of nisoyan. Something that you cannot manage. A human being can't manage it. Now, there's an example of that is by Avraham Avinu. He was told to take his son up to the mountain there and kill him, shecht him. Right? You know that. That wasn't it. Okay. This nisayon was really an impossible nisayon because it wasn't one HaKadosh Baruch Hu really wanted. but just to make him an Nisoyan. So, such an Nisoyan, the person, the Tivoi, one Nisoyan is, the first one we said is that it's possible to be Oimed ben Nisoyan, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. But the second one, HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't even want it. He's just giving the Nisoyan to see that whether he, with his Yirei Shemayim, he can manage it. Because you can't do it with Ava. It has to be Yirei Shemayim only for that. Is that clear to everybody? I think it's clear, no? I mean, there's a Tana de Yo which says, Kol echad li'echad me'Yisrael chayev lo yimel Monsey yagiu ma'asai v'ma'asei avoisai Avrom Yitzchak v'Yaakov. How can we say Monsey yagiu ma'asei v'ma'asei avoisai? It's impossible. We are small compared to all our great Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov. Aval api anispar, it can be understood. Ein hakavana that we have to get to mamish that darga. The kavana is, in one point, we can. That we want with all our koiches, lamed b'nisoyin. That's what is expected of us. When Kamosh HaKadosh Baruch Hu helped our great others to miskabel al nisyonis, even they were impossible nisyonis, like this, we just explained it. Why is it impossible? Because our cousin didn't want him to be killed. It was just made as an Nisoyan. Whether with Yirei Shemayim he can do it. Okay? So therefore, this is the two types of a Nisoyan. One which you can manage on your own, and one which is impossible for you to manage on your own. You just have to use your Yirei Shemayim. Your Ahava of Hashem is not even enough for it. Because Kadosh Baruch Hu does not want you to do it, really. So, what can we say? This is the Nekuda. Each person has to realize whatever type of Nisoyan it is, say that it doesn't have Zerah Shel Kayom, which I went through that Nisoyan, or for instance he needs a Refuah Shlema, Osar L'Tyayesh, that is the big Nisoyan, Osar L'Tyayesh. But we know you have to say, Kadosh Baruch Hu, even though I cannot come with any expectations from you, but since you're such a avarachamon, and you don't have to make any cheshbonis, because you can be merachem, don't even allow your Sanhedrin, don't find nothing, anything that you want you can do. I'll give you a bit of an example of this. Kamesha Metzinu, Sheksha Mitzrim, Shibdu Es Yisrael b'Mitzrayim. So Moshe Rabbeinu says, okay, you want to send me. You want to send me to Mitzrayim. But I'm not the person for that. Nobody's going to listen to me. I can't talk. I don't have the power of convincing people with my speeches. That's what he said. But what did HaKadosh Baruch Hu say? Vayidaber Elokim el Moshe v'yomer elav ani Hashem. What does that mean? What was the tshuva? The tshuva was, Enach Nami, I created the world, wanted to create the world just with din, but it was impossible with us with din, and therefore I added Rachamim to it. So the same thing. You think that I'm sending you for no reason, I'm sending you the wrong person. No. That was the answer Moshe Rabbeinu gave to him. Moshe Rabbeinu said, Kadosh Baruch Hu said, Ani Hashem. Elokim Amar Ani Hashem. You have to know that I'm always Midas HaRachamim. And the din is in order that you should be Zoiche. I've got plenty of malachim, there's no problem. I wanted Echad Miklal Yisrael, each one of us, to do with their own power, with their own might, that even it's so difficult, and still they manage. That was the answer. Hashem. And this is the point that I made. I've said it so many times, but I'm still saying it again because people want to hear it from my mouth, to the ears. It's silly to be misyayish min rachamim. It's absolutely silly. What you have to do is to cry to Kadosh Baruch Hu. Say, Kadosh Baruch Hu, please, you're Rav Rachamim. So open up your special Heichal HaKodesh there, which you have. The place is full of Rachamim, only Rachamim. No chet gets in there. Everything is only Rachamim. And then you should know, I proved it. If you're not Messiahish and you're mispalta Kadosh Baruch Hu, b'kol hakoyach, Kadosh Baruch Hu does help. It took me a long time, but I knew that the whole time HaKadosh Baruch Hu was testing me, was teaching me, was making me work and work and work. And then I was zoiche to a wonderful, to a child which his face shined. Even the girls that worked in the hospital, they said, we've never seen such a thing. His face is shining. And every time I look at him, my heart overflows with Hadar HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you've done such a wonderful thing for me. And it's good for everybody. It was made a Kiddush Hashem all over the world. All over the world where the Yidden, even if they're not so great, not so wonderful, but they all have understood that it depends on them. If they are going to cry to Kadosh Baruch Hu, Kadosh Baruch Hu will answer, and everything will be good. So, I mean, what more can I say now? Did I have anything, a story to tell? I had a story to tell, no? You remember? Which one?
About the voice that came in a dream. About the voice that came in a dream and told the Rosh Hashiva.
What?
About the voice that came in a dream and told the Rosh Hashiva. Is that the child?
No, that's not what I mean. But it's a dream. It's true, a dream. That's not the point. The point is, I want to tell a story which shows how other people also have done it. People have just told me today, mamish today. I was in a place there in Washington Heights there, and they told me they had the same experience. The mamish had the same experience. They said, a very, very chashuva woman, she's almana, stately almana, and she told me, she said these words. She said, do you know, I understand everything you're saying, because that's exactly what I did. She said, I wanted my children to grow up to be really Talmidei Chachamim, Tzadikim, Yerei Shemayim, Balei Midas Tovos. But how can I do it? That's supposed to be the work of the Father. But I said, no. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I will do it. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu certainly wants me to do it. That's mamish what she said to me. Mamish these words. That's what she said to me. So everybody can do it. And she said, yes, I understand what you're saying because I know. And she succeeded. Children are very, very fine people. So it's anybody who really is serious and Christ HaKadosh Baruch Hu manages to do this. It's a wonderful, wonderful yesod to know. HaKadosh Baruch Hu merachem al kol ma'asov. People say they have troubles with parnasa, they don't know what's going to be, they're frightened. I said to them, look, all you've got to do is to say, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I know you run the world, and you can make everything, and don't worry, be b'simcha, and everything will be good. And that's the real yesod that people have to learn. If I can, everybody here, if hears this straight from my mouth, and I'll tell you the story I told you just now, it's a very, very emistic yesod. It's a yesod. That's something that people have to know. All you've got to do is one simple thing. To say, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm not complaining, I'm not saying anything. You don't have to do anything for me, but I do ask of you, please, open up your Heichel Kodesh Kedoshim, in which all there is only Rachamim v'Chasodim, and then, Beis Hashem, then I will be able to do it. I will be able to do what I have to do. Is that clear to everybody? I think so. Kodesh Baruch Hu help us. Let's dance now. No.
First, they want the best item.
What?
First, to give a bracha to the whole item. Rashi was giving a bracha.
Well, first we'll dance.
First dance.
Hashem Chazda
I'm bevarch everybody. Kulam is Bochum. Kulam is Bochum. You tell them Kol Masha Tzchim. Everything you need. Everything. Rabbi Sai.
Send me a text.
Give me your love.